Good afternoon. Rich Nass, Executive Vice President with Open Systems Media, here for this week's installment of 5 Minutes With. This week, I have the pleasure of speaking to Noah Donaldson, who is the Vice President of Product Development at Annapolis Microsystems. Good afternoon, Noah. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Good. You're welcome. So for the folks out there may or may not know, Annapolis designs embedded products that end up in things like military jets and ships and planes and things like that. And, you know, that's a pretty impressive type of end product that you guys go into. You ever say to yourself, whoa, you know, this is really important stuff that we're doing here, and we could really be affecting society? I mean, you know, in a negative way. You know, we don't talk about negative, but if your product was to fail, you know, you're on a military jet. Of course, your products don't fail, but you ever think about that?
We do, yeah. You know, we're always, of course, focusing on the next generation technology and improving our products and coming out with the next best thing for our customers. But so we're kind of deep in the technical details a lot of the time. But now and then we get to come up and we hear, here and there we get to hear, what our products are doing, or who might have used them or seen a result from them, and it is pretty impressive to hear, what our customers and our customers' customers do with these things. And we do, often have to, we'll go through design reviews to make sure that our products are very, very unlikely to fail due to the kind of places that they're going to be used.
So you say product review. I would think that that's a little more intensive than people who are designing for commercial products. I mean, what is the process that you guys have in place, without getting into the weeds? I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Yeah, it's often the same as for a commercial product, in that you might have, and you come up with a major, you're going to test the requirements, how you're going to ensure that you meet them, but it's just to a stricter standard in some cases, for some aspects.
Okay. Is it different for different types of products, or does every product go through the same process? I mean, if something is intended for a military application, does that get looked at differently than other products?
Yeah. We'll have certain products. We might have a particular end use, so we may test that product, plan to test that product from the beginning for that application, or sometimes we'll take a COTS product, and we might not test that product in general at first for a particular end use, or requirement that they tell us about later, and then we would test it for that type of environment. Usually it's a ruggedness or thermal shock or something like that. That is the sort of added requirement. Okay, very good.
Now, you've been with Annapolis for a very long time. Actually, if I remember right from your bio, you started there as an intern. Tell me what's changed in the time you've been there. Is it the same company that you joined, way back when?
A similar company to what I joined in a lot of ways. It has grown. So the company was founded in 1982, and I first started as an intern in, I believe, 1994 or 1995. And when I started, it was about a 25-person company. And we have always done our own design and manufacturing, and continue to do that. So all the surface mount manufacturing is in-house. But when I joined, it was 25 people, and now it's about 75 people. And that's quite a big difference. And when I joined, there's a pretty high intern count at the time. And now many of those interns are still here. So I'd say there are about 10 to 20 of us who started back then who are still here 20 years later. So we have a very good retention record with our employees.
You didn't go to school anywhere near where you are today geographically. How did you end up there?
Well, I was actually born in Annapolis, grew up in Annapolis, so that's kind of how I ended up here.
Very interesting, very interesting. Well, that's a great story. Unfortunately, we've used up our 5 minutes. That's pretty interesting stuff, and you know we don't get into the mill side all that much, but it's very different and very interesting. I'm sure our readers will find it that way as well. So thank you, Noah. That was Noah Donaldson. He is the Vice President of Product Development at Annapolis Microsystems, and I'm Rich Nass with Open Systems Media. Have a great day, Noah.